Welcome to day 71 of your Python journey with Edulexis. Today, we bridge the gap between running Python scripts locally and making them accessible to the world. We are diving into web frameworks, specifically Flask and FastAPI, to build our very first API. An API is the invisible glue of the modern internet. First, what is a web framework? Think of it as a toolkit. Writing raw HTTP handling code is tedious. Frameworks give us decorators and functions to handle requests instantly. Whether it's a browser request or a mobile app call, your Python code needs to understand and respond to it efficiently. Let's start with Flask. It is a micro-framework. It is minimalist, flexible, and perfect for beginners to understand how requests and responses work. We install it using pip install Flask. Once installed, we create an application object, define a route, and that's our entry point for users. Look at this code block, app equals Flask __ name __. We use @app route / to tell the app when someone visits the home URL, run this function. The function returns a simple string. It is like building a house foundation. You define the entry, and you decide what happens when someone knocks. Now, run this script. Flask starts a development server on your machine, usually at localhost 5000. Open your browser, type that in, and you will see your string. You've just created a dynamic web server using only a few lines of Python. That is the power of abstraction in programming. But wait, we have another contender, FastAPI. Why learn two? Because while Flask is great for learning, FastAPI is built for speed and modern standards. It uses type hints extensively, which makes your code cleaner and helps catch bugs before you even run them. It is built on Starlet and Pydantic. To use FastAPI, we need to install it, pip install FastAPI Uvicorn. Uvicorn is the high-performance server that runs FastAPI apps. Notice the difference in syntax. FastAPI uses type hints right in the function arguments, allowing it to validate incoming data automatically without extra logic. Let's set up a simple FastAPI route. @app_get /. It is almost identical to Flask, but behind the scenes, it's doing so much more. It automatically generates documentation for your API, which is a game changer for developers. You don't have to write manual docs. It creates an interactive Swagger UI for you. Let's break down the API structure. An API is essentially a set of URLs. Each URL performs a specific action. We call these HTTP methods: get for fetching, post for creating, put for updating, and delete for removing. Our Python script maps these methods to functions. Why use an API? Because the data you store in your Python variables needs to be shared. Imagine a mobile app that needs the user profile or data you have in your Python script. The app sends a GET request to your API. Your script fetches the data and sends it back in JSON format. JSON is the standard format for API communication. It stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It looks just like a Python dictionary. When you return a dict from a Flask or FastAPI function, the framework automatically converts it into JSON, so the client on the other side can easily read it. Let's look at handling dynamic data in URLs. Sometimes you want the API to fetch specific info, like a user1 or user2. We use path parameters. In your route, you define it like this: user _ID. The variable user _ID is passed directly into your function, and you can use it to query your database. Now, combine these concepts. You can build a small inventory System. Create a dictionary that acts as a mock database. Write a post method that accepts a new product, appends it to the dictionary, and returns the list. You are now officially doing back-end development. Common mistakes to avoid: forgetting to handle errors, returning raw data that hasn't been serialized, and not checking if your port is already in use. When you get a port already in use error, it means another instance of your server is still running in the background. Stop it and try again. To wrap up today, we covered how Flask and FastAPI serve as gateways for your Python logic. Flask for quick, flexible prototypes, and FastAPI for high-performance, robust, self-documenting APIs. Practice these, modify the routes, and play with different data types. See you tomorrow, and keep coding with Edulexis.
Thank you for watching. Like if you learned something, share with your circle, and subscribe for more.